Now live at 5.
What does it take to push back a floating island? We tell you coming up.
It's like the fabric. It's like losing the great uncle or the cool lawn.
Plus, a new effort underway to save a historic community radio station in Ely. Why this new group is stepping up to keep it on the airwaves. But first, tragedy in Texas tonight. A community is grieving after a deadly shooting at an elementary school.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says 15 people were killed in a shooting today at an elementary school. Abbott says the suspected shooter, an 18-year-old man, also died and was believed to be killed by responding officers.
According to the governor, 14 children and 1 teacher were killed at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, about 85 miles west of San Antonio. Authorities say the shooter had a handgun and possibly a rifle. It was the deadliest school shooting in Texas history and occurred 4 years after a gunman fatally shot 10 people at Santa Fe High School in the Houston area.
And we're learning tonight President Biden is also expected to speak around 7:15. A new FBI report finds active shooter attacks are on the rise, up more than 50% in 2021 from the year before, and leaving 103 people dead and 140 wounded, not including the shooters.
The FBI defines an active shooter as one or more individuals actively engaged in killing or attempting to kill people in a populated area. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
As family and friends continue to pay tribute to the victims of the Buffalo supermarket massacre, a new FBI report details the rise in active shooter attacks in the U.S. The agency counted 61 incidents last year, up more than 50% from 2020 and up nearly 100% over 4 years.
When I started this effort 10 years ago, I never thought that we were going to see these kinds of numbers.
Retired FBI Special Agent Catherine Schweit launched the agency's active shooter program after Sandy Hook. The FBI's new report shows active shooter incidents spanned 30 states. 12 of the incidents were considered mass killings, including last year's supermarket attack in Boulder, Colorado that killed 10 people.
This means risks every place in the country, risks in businesses, risks in every place you go, whether it's to church on Sunday or whether it's to the mall on Saturday or whether your kid goes to school.
The FBI also noted the emergence of roving active shooters who targeted their victims in multiple locations over the course of 1 or more days. While overall incidents are up, experts see one encouraging trend in the report: casualties per incident are down.
That's possibly because law enforcement is engaging more with these shooters and getting to the scenes faster. That's what I think.
Schweit urges community members and family members to also be vigilant and report any warning signs to authorities. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
In 2021, law enforcement took 30 of the suspected shooters into custody. 11 died by suicide, while 14 were killed by law enforcement. 1 remains at large. 2 law enforcement officers were killed during the attacks and 5 were injured.
The Justice Department is telling its agents they have a duty to intervene and render aid if they see an officer using excessive force against someone in their custody. The directive comes in the DOJ's first use of force policy update in 18 years. Tomorrow marks 2 years since George Floyd's death, when former police officer Derek Chauvin held his knee on Floyd's neck for more than 8 minutes while other officers watched. The new policy applies to the FBI, the U.S. Marshal's Office, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, and the Drug Enforcement Administration, along with the Bureau of Prisons. It does not apply to local or state police. The new policy is set to go into effect July 19th. The change is in tandem with a series of other police reform measures that the Biden administration plans to announce in the coming days. An executive order could be announced as early as tomorrow.
A man is behind bars tonight after Duluth police say he robbed a DoorDash delivery driver at gunpoint. It happened shortly after 9 last night in the East Hillside neighborhood near 10th Avenue East and 3rd Street. The delivery driver told police that's where the suspect approached him, held up a gun, and demanded his wallet. The victim did what he was told and then ran off. He was not hurt. The suspect allegedly stole the victim's car, which police found later that night at Gateway Towers downtown. That's where they arrested the 33-year-old suspect who had a loaded pistol and the victim's wallet with him. He is in jail tonight waiting to be charged.
Most of us have seen islands on a lake, but imagine an island that moves with high water and when wind blows through.
That's exactly the situation one Northwest Wisconsin community deals with on a regular basis. As CBS 3's Quinn Gorham reports, residents and business owners on the Chippewa flowage have a unique way of dealing with this floating bunch of trees.
This right here isn't an island, it's a bog, and it's been floating around the Chippewa flowage here for just over a couple decades now. But what happens when a pile of mud, sticks, and trees gets a little too close to the shoreline? The locals band together to push it back with their boats. In 1923, the Chippewa River was dammed, covering countless acres of wetlands in water. Over time, large islands of soil and plant matter would fill with enough gas to lift up and float. The bogs start out as mostly mud, but within just a few years can start growing vegetation. As trees begin to grow, they act almost like sails, sending those bogs floating toward the bridge. Because the bog has become a habitat for local wildlife, officials say they can't break it up and are forced to move it whenever it gets close to shore. When it gets too close to the county highway bridge, it blocks off the only path between the east and west sides of the flowage. Denny Ray is owner of the Landing Restaurant and Resort, which sits right next to the bog, says that's a big problem for the lake's residents.
You can't get through the bridge. Just people like to go from one side to the other. You can go 15 miles either way from here. So whether you're just out cruising, going to your favorite island, going to your favorite fishing spot, it stops everything in its tracks.
Roughly 25 boats showed up Tuesday morning to move the bog back several hundred feet, where it's anchored now on a pile of rocks. It's not a matter of if, but when they'll have to push the bog back out. And with more rain and high winds expected in the coming days, it'll likely be as soon as next week that they'll have to push the bog back out again.
Thanks, Quinn. In the 17 years he's owned the property, Reyes says he's had to move the bog about once a year. This year, the bog has gotten stuck on a pile of rocks several times, so an upcoming push would be the third time they've tried in under 2 weeks.
Dave joins us now for a quick look at the weather. Luckily, they had a nice sunny day to at least try to push that bog.
Those Muskeg bogs are pretty neat. Hopefully that one, obeys its commands for a little while longer, because, we are getting rain tomorrow that could increase the flowage of the flowage and make that thing set sail once again. First, we talk about our flood warnings still in effect through tomorrow. Then the National Weather Service will reassess. So flood warning still in effect for the Red River Valley, our borderland, and the Aitken area. And now to boot tonight, small craft advisory for the North Shore and South Shore of Lake Superior. The flood warning will be reassessed tomorrow to see if it can be dropped, but with rain coming, I have a feeling it'll be extended once again. So high pressure had a hold of us today, brought the sunny sky to most of the region, though we see some showers still popping up from the Iron Range to borderland. A bigger low coming up from Kansas is what's going to bring us a 90% chance for rain on Wednesday. And the heaviest of the rain could be in the UP, the lightest in Minnesota, which is a good deal. Clouds get thicker tonight, then temperatures drop tomorrow, high of only 50 with that 90% rain chance. Will it spill into Thursday? I'll show you with my 7-day forecast in just a bit.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, Music in the Parks is returning to Washburn this summer, when you can catch a show coming up in City by City.
Elevate the look of any living space with 11% off everything at Menards. Dutch Boy Platinum Plus paint features excellent stain-blocking power and durability to stand up to what life throws at it. All Dutch Boy interior paint is 11% off. Find your dream floors with Shaw. From soft and luxurious carpet to durable laminate flooring and waterproof vinyl plank. Get the perfect look with 11% off all Shaw flooring now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book. And as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's annuity do's and don'ts for baby boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
What's better than having fast, reliable internet and Wi-Fi? How about having internet that's even faster than you pay for? According to the FCC, Mediacom download speeds are an average of 122% faster than advertised. 122%. So you get all the speed you need and then some, plus 99.99% network reliability and Wi-Fi that connects and protects your whole home. Not all internet is created equal. Mediacom gives you more.
I'm meteorologist Peter Kevikauskas. Wake up with us here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Two Harbors tonight. Another pleasant spring day before the rain enters our region again tomorrow. Dave will be in with your full forecast in a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region.
A meeting ahead of a school referendum in Chisholm and changing walleye regulations on Lake Mille Lacs. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start things off in Washburn, Wisconsin tonight, where the music is returning this summer. Music in the Parks will kick off next Wednesday, June 1st. Performances will alternate between Wickdall Park and Legion Park until the end of August. Shows will run from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., plus they're free to anyone. You just have to bring something to sit on. We'll have the full list of performers on our website. And next we head to Chisholm, where the school is inviting the community to a night of discussion. District administration, board members, and the planning task force have all spent the past few months creating a final plan for this fall's operating and bond referendum. The conversation will happen next Tuesday, the 31st, from 6 to 8 at Valentini's Supper Club. Organizers are asking for RSVPs so they know how much food to order. Childcare will also be provided. And we wrap up at Lake Mille Lacs with a reminder to anglers. This is the last week that you'll be able to keep one walleye between 21 and 23 inches or one over 28. Walleye will then be catch and release for the month of June. Then, for the first 2 weeks of July, a closure will be in place aimed at reducing hooking mortality. During that time, angling will be allowed for other species, but artificial lures must be used. That means no minnows, night crawlers, leeches, or other live bait. Catch and release will resume in mid-July, and the one fish limit will begin in September. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, Minnesota's newest state troopers graduated today with two local sisters getting a first for the academy. More on their unique bond in a few minutes.
Normal high temp is 66, but at Duluth International, we beat that by 3 degrees. We'll be undercutting it drastically tomorrow as clouds come in and rain comes down. We'll talk about how much rain could fall coming up after the break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-310-2570. That's 1-800-310-2570 now. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, Ace Hardware has everything you need to prepare for the changing seasons. Grilling season never ends here at Ace. We have a variety of high-quality grills and smokers, like Traeger and the Big Green Egg. For household projects, you'll always find a wide selection of paint, tools, and everything else you need to get the job done. Locally owned Miners Ace Hardware, located in Superior, off the Bong Bridge, next to Super One Foods.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northlands still to this day. Join me, Kristen Vaki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki every Tuesday at 10. Only on live, local CBS 3. Get your news on the go. The CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, the past few days, the news has been dominated, of course, by LCS 21, the USS Minneapolis-St. Paul, and it's time for her to head out to duty, so she did that this afternoon. Peter Kavakauskas took this picture. That name's familiar. Ah, yes, my colleague in the mornings. Great guy, Peter. He was up early enough to catch the ship, or actually for his schedule, up late enough to catch the ship heading out into the lake. Smooth sailing right now, but for smaller craft, there's a small craft advisory tonight as winds will pick up over the lake and clouds build in, setting us up for a big rain chance tomorrow, at least for some parts of our region. We'll tell you who's who, of course, after looking at the current conditions. Duluth International, 68 right now with a partly cloudy sky. East-southeast wind, it's going 7 miles per hour. Relative humidity low at 31%, so hopefully that's helping dry things up in Minnesota, evaporating away some flood water before we precipitate more down on it tomorrow. Yeah, that's the way it's going to go this time. Air pressure is on the high side at 30.18, but the high that brought the sunshine today is going away, allowing a low to bring us a 90% chance of rain tomorrow. Current temperatures, well, the normal's around 66, and it looks like most of us beat that. 70 Ely, 72 Harbor, 69 Grand Rapids, 71 International Falls, 72 around Moose Lake. And cooler by the lake today wasn't that bad. Sure, 47's a little brisk, but yeah, 70 in Two Harbors, that's awfully nice. We also have 70 from Superior to Solon Springs. Close enough for my playbook here for Hayward, 70 Ashland, and another 69 there in LaPointe. 68s for the Upper Peninsula. These temperatures shall not last. They drop towards 50 tomorrow. All right, let us back up and take a look at the situation here. That map tends to get a little bit jumpy once in a while. Here we go. National picture shows high pressure had a hold of us last couple of days. Brought the sunshine, but now a low coming up from Kansas, tracking through Nebraska into Iowa. And southern Minnesota, central Wisconsin is going to be bringing us a rain chance probably by about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, the chance is 90%, whether you're in Minnesota, Wisconsin, or Michigan. And just like last night, there's a chance for sprinkles from the Mesabi Iron Range up towards the Canadian border. But this rain probably won't add up to much at all. The rain, well, that's coming our way. It's probably going to be on the thicker side for the Upper Peninsula, moderate for Wisconsin, and lighter for Minnesota, which would be good news. And then once we get into Thursday, high pressure brings back the sun for a pair of days. Here's how much rain we could be getting. In Minnesota, I think about 1/10 to 1/3 of an inch. In Wisconsin, 1/4 to about 1/2 inch. And towards the UP, maybe 1/2 inch to 1 inch plus, which since they've had bigger fire dangers than the rest of us, maybe that's a good thing if it doesn't cause any flooding. Here's what we get tonight in Minnesota. Low temps, very uniform, mid-40s. Mostly cloudy, again with border showers. Mostly cloudy for Wisconsin and the UP, 41 to 45 for the lows there. Then tomorrow, cloudy sky, not mostly sunny, a little computer glitch there. It'll be mostly cloudy with a 90% chance of rain. And Wisconsin, Michigan highs 48 to 53. Mostly cloudy for Minnesota as well, with highs from 45 by the lake to 60 inland. It'll be warmer up north because this low is approaching from the south. So Ely and International Falls may get to be warmer than everybody else before the clouds conquer them too. But once we get done with the rain, Kristen and Briggs, sunshine shall abound Thursday and Friday, 67 for the high, 60 to 70 for the highs, but followed by shower and even storm chances for Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, so a couple days to really soak in some sun.
Yeah, hopefully Memorial Day won't be so wet that we can't go to Grand Avenue and take part in the Memorial Day parade.
Yeah, so many parades, yeah.
Absolutely, should be a fun weekend. Yeah. Thanks, Dave.
A dozen new state troopers joined the Minnesota State Patrol during a graduation ceremony this morning. The 64th Training Academy started in February. The 14-week program included training and crash investigations, traffic laws, mental health responses, and more. For the first time, the graduating class featured a set of identical twins graduating out of the same academy. Jamie and Jessica Bird worked as part-time teachers in Barnum and coached 10U hockey.
A legacy radio station in Ely might have a chance at new life. WELY, also known as the End of the Road Radio, is in jeopardy of going off the air. The Boys for It band owns that station, and they've said they've lost around $1.7 million over the years. They've been looking for a potential buyer, but haven't had any luck yet. However, recently, Ely's mayor started a conversation that could allow the city to acquire the station. Mayor Roger Scraba says he hopes to find some way to keep WELY on the air. He says countless community members are hoping to see it survive.
Part of us, it's like the fabric. It's like losing the great uncle or the cool aunt, or that's like, no, you can't go away. You got to stay. You're what keeps us together. The sort of that feeling.
The nearly 70-year-old station provides music, on-air updates of sporting events, and critical weather updates for those visiting the BWCA. Scraba says he's supportive of the band's decisions and hopes they can reach a deal soon. If they don't, the station would go off the air June 1st.
It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Precious Paws Humane Society in Chisholm.
This is Nibby. He is a 14-year-old cat in their senior to senior program, meaning anyone over 55 is welcome to foster him, and the shelter will provide you everything you need. They tell us he isn't a very hyper kitty. Instead, he loves days on the couch or just napping in the sun. That's very sweet. I've said it before, but I love when you walk past a house and there's just a little kitty napping in the window.
Just soaking in that sunshine.
A great friend for someone. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Nibby, you can call the number on your screen.
Still to come, hurricane season is on its way for many parts of the country, with scientists predicting another bumpy season. How many major storms they're expecting next.
Now at Homeworld Rugs, thousands of area rugs will be sold up to 67% off when you take an extra 12% off already discounted prices. Plus 6-year special financing. Hundreds of rugs from $77. Room size rugs from $147 during the Rug Warehouse clearance sale at Homeworld Rugs.
Interstate Battery has the perfect battery to get you out on the water. Power up your summer with a battery you can depend on. Visit us today at 426 John Avenue in Superior or at your nearest Interstate Batteries dealer. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
Guess what? UCare Medicare Advantage plans are now 5-star rated. The highest possible score for member experience and satisfaction. A big thank you to all our members for the kind words and positive experiences that made this happen. And if you have any questions about your plan or benefits, our helpful decomplicators and 5-star planners are always ready to steer you straight. Even through this stuff. UCare, people-powered health plans.
Storm damage happens, and when it does, turn to Peak Construction Roofing, the Northland's storm damage experts. Peak simplifies the process for you every step of the way. With our skilled technicians, we quickly survey the situation to determine the best course of action. We offer insurance claims assistance to eliminate insurance confusion. Plus, we offer free storm damage inspections. Call Peak today to set up your free storm damage inspection, and let us take care of you.
Duluth Playhouse proudly hosts History Theater's production of Glen Sheen the Musical. This award-winning smash hit runs June 3rd through the 12th at the North Shore Theater. Get your tickets today at duluthplayhouse.org or by calling 218-733-7555.
Numi Jewelers is a full-service jewelry store ready to help you find the perfect piece or design your own. With our custom design services, we work with you to create the one-of-a-kind piece of your dreams. True love is guaranteed at Numi Jewelers.
Hey neighbor, you switched to T-Mobile home internet yet?
Trim your hedge.
It's $50 a month with no price hikes. Bam! It runs on T-Mobile's wireless 5G network. So all you gotta do is plug in one cord.
T-Mobile 5G home internet. Just $50 a month. No price hikes, no hidden fees.
I did it.
Ah!
I switched to T-Mobile home internet and I am loving it.
Don't sneak up on me like that.
Why didn't you tell me to switch earlier?
Arby's, 2 for $6.
every day. Oh, it's got ranch on it. Oh, it's got ranch on it. Two of those things for just $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
This thing behind me here might look like an island, but it actually floats. What happens when it comes a little too close to shore, we tell you coming up.
Today's sunshine becomes tomorrow's cloud. Good chance of rain tomorrow.
Strong, enduring, and timeless. Stickley, premium solid wood furniture crafted for beauty and functionality. For a limited time, enjoy 40% savings on Stickley bedroom furniture during the Stickley Memorial Day sale, exclusively at Home Furniture.
The 2022 Atlantic hurricane season officially begins next week, and today the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration announced it will be another busy year.
Scientists predict up to 21 named storms and as many as 6 could become major hurricanes. Michael George has the details.
From the Gulf to the Northeast, last year's Hurricane Ida left a lasting and devastating impact. It destroyed Nicholas Dinette's restaurant in Lafitte, Louisiana. While he rebuilds, he's running his business from a barge, now in the face of what scientists say will be the 7th above-average hurricane season in a row.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous because every time we go 5 steps forward, 10 steps back.
With 70% confidence, NOAA predicts 14 to 21 named storms in 2022. 6 to 10 could become hurricanes, and 3 to 6 could be major hurricanes, packing winds of 111 miles per hour or higher.
It's crucial to remember that it only takes one storm to damage your home, neighborhood, and community.
NOAA scientists say the increased activity anticipated this hurricane season is due to climate change, specifically warmer than average sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea. FEMA's administrator Deanne Criswell tells us recent storms like Ida intensify quickly and hover over land much longer than in previous years.
We're seeing more billion-dollar disasters year after year, and that's not just homes, that's the infrastructure that's damaged.
The Federal Emergency Management Agency encourages all Americans to know their risk. That includes people who don't live along the coast. They say having an evacuation plan in place could save your life. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Breaking news, tragedy in Texas after a shooting at an elementary school near San Antonio leaves at least 14 children dead. What we're learning about the alleged gunman and the investigation. We'll have all the details tonight on the CBS Evening News.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Don't fall behind in your child's routine care. Schedule a well child check today. Same-day appointments are available. Visit EssentiaHealth.org.
Come on down to Hannah Johnson Fabrics and Sewing Studio in Lakeside Marketplace. Don't know where to start? Visit our new sewing classroom and studio. Whether you're a brand new sewist or you've sewn for years, we have a class for you at Hannah Johnson Fabrics. We'll help you get your projects going with our huge selection of high-quality designer and specialty fabrics. Our friendly staff will help you find exactly what you need. Come see us in person or register for classes online at hannahjohnsonfabrics.com.
Injured? Call Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries including wrongful death, medical malpractice, and nursing home neglect. Call anytime 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Dream it. Build it. Style it, accessorize it, and create your custom order for a Ford vehicle today. Plus, get an additional $1,500 bonus cash on top of all public offers. And incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. For a limited time, get up to $1,500 retail order bonus cash on top of all public offers. And thank you for making Ford the best-selling brand in the Twin Cities region.
Link RV is having a no BS sale. Every unit will be marked down $1,000 to $30,000. Prices are so low that we can't show them online. With the largest selection of inventory in northern Wisconsin, you're sure to find what you're looking for. Don't miss this 4-day event, May 27th through the 30th. No gimmicks, no BS, just great prices.
Angie's Closet is a consignment boutique that offers designer brand women's clothes and accessories all at an affordable price. You're sure to say the word cute about 1,000 times when you walk through our doors. Visit Angie's Closet, located on Tower Avenue.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Tuesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story, and we'll see what's coming up at 6.
Tonight at 5, we heard from Texas Governor Greg Abbott as 14 school children and 1 teacher were killed at their school in Uvalde. That's a town about 90 minutes outside San Antonio. The 18-year-old suspected shooter is dead. CBS News will bring you the very latest in just a few minutes. And President Biden is also set to speak tonight at 7:15 Central Time.
And coming up tonight at 6, the battle continues. Advocacy groups for the BWCA met at Duluth City Hall today as lawmakers in D.C. heard a proposal to pull thousands of acres of that land from the federal mining program. We'll hear from both sides tonight.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you back here at 6.